Welcome back to Boring.
What's up?
We got Kaitlin part 2. This is
It's
awesome.
me again, back by popular demand. Just kidding. Nobody wants me here. It's fine.
Nah, trust me. Your fans just spammed me. I was like, my God, your
Wow.
fans are hardcore.
Thanks, guys.
They're like, bring Kaitlin back on. I love that. I was like, okay, I got you.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's a plan. How's how have you been since last time we did a podcast?
Very busy, you know. My uploading schedule has slowed down a little bit, unfortunately. But yeah.
How's your fans taking it?
Nobody's saying anything.
Really?
It's still like I upload like bi-weekly maybe.
Okay, that's not
which
bad.
isn't bad. It's just less than before.
Do you still know what your trend is?
My trend?
Yeah,
What do
your
you
style.
mean? My style? I think it still fits. Have you watched my recent videos?
I have not. I've been trying to deal with my camera guy formatting my memory stick.
Yeah, I heard about that. He must be like really
Literally.
annoying. I don't know.
The camera ran. Yeah, I went upstairs and I came back down and everything was gone.
That's so mean.
Everything was formatted
I can't imagine that.
for podcasts.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry to hear that.
it's okay. It's
I
whatever.
genuinely am. I've done that a lot where I just like accidentally delete all my work and then I'm like, great.
Do you have a program that you use? Or
What do you mean, to
just give
edit?
up? No, to recover it.
Oh,
Do you have one?
I don't remember the name.
You actually you got all your stuff back?
Yeah, one time.
Oh, look at that. Looks like
Not
you're in
every
luck.
time it's happened, but I think the last time I got it all back.
Sometimes it doesn't get them all back. Sometimes it just like gives you random files that don't work.
Yeah, like it'll give me files, but then I put them into my editor and they just show up as like an error. So,
Yep, that's what happened.
yeah, but don't spend money on those like online things that tell you they'll recover your files because they won't.
Okay, anyways. So what have you been up to? Give us some detail. You've been working?
I have been working.
How's that?
It's been great. Just kidding. I don't like it that much, but you know, it is what it is.
That's right, you got to pay the bills. Bills gotta
Well,
be paid.
it's not even that. I think it's just good to have a routine and have something to keep you busy, get you up in the morning, you know?
Very good time management. You wake up early though.
Well, it depends. Some days I don't work till like 4, so I'm not gonna wake up that early. Like I'll wake up at like 9. But other days, I work at like 6:30 in the morning. So then I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and it's tough.
Yeah, my camera guy doesn't understand that. He just looked in awe of, wow, you wake up at 9? Yeah, she has a life.
Yeah, I still have things to do. I mean, yeah, the days I'm not working, I'm working on YouTube. So
Do you still love YouTube?
yeah,
Of course.
I do. I wish I had more time to spend on it. It's also a lot harder because here in Canada, it's already like how cold was it today?
Well, it wasn't too
It wasn't too bad
bad.
today, actually. There's
But-
been a couple days though, like for the past week, it's been like snowing a little bit,
Yeah,
and it's just been pretty cold, and it's a lot harder to film videos
in the cold.
when it's winter.
Would it be more fun though? You got snowball fights, snow forts,
Just like
push your brother into the
the
snow.
logistics. Some equipment doesn't work in the cold.
Oh
you
yeah, the
know?
batteries die
Yeah,
so fast.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just harder, but I don't know. I'm
How many
trying.
batteries do you usually carry around with you?
In the summer, I'll just carry my battery and a spare. Just 2. I have 3.
Do you have a new
But-
camera yet?
No.
No, still repping that.
I don't have a light. I still use like, here's a fun fact. I use like my dad's office light. It's just like the one from Pixar, you know?
Yeah.
That looks like, yeah. And I just use that instead of a ring light or anything because I'm too cheap to buy one. So
Honestly, that's a vibe.
it kind of works. It makes me look very yellow, but it's fine.
Natural lighting? I like
Yeah, sort of, I guess.
No?
It's, I don't know. It just, yeah, it's yellow.
Have you been on the TikTok yet?
No.
I swear your fans want to see you on TikTok.
It's just every time I go on TikTok, which is rare, I just get sucked into it.
Like
And then
you
I'm-
become a consumer.
Well, I'm just stuck on the
Not the
app. And then I'm
provider.
like, wow, I just wasted an hour of my time watching TikTok. Like, how did that happen? You know?
Do you like TikTok? No.
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 Like, yes, but no. Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
And some people do really creative things, but at the same time, I think it's just a waste of time. Like, it's so easy to waste hours and hours and hours on TikTok. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't watch TV either.
You don't watch TV?
No, I never watch TV.
Do you watch Netflix?
No.
Wait, what?
No, like I don't like watching things.
Not even YouTube? You do
YouTube sometimes, but when I'm watching YouTube, I'm watching something that like I find educational. Like I'll watch like not a documentary, but like
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna watch something just because I think it's funny.
Do you watch like ASAP Science?
ASAP, not very often, but like science stuff, yeah.
What's your favorite TED Talk?
What's it
Why'd I even ask that?
It's the one that's like I don't remember what it's called.
You actually have a favorite TED Talk?
Yeah,
That was a joke.
No, I actually have a favorite TED Talk.
I love all of them. They're so insightful.
Yeah,
especially when they give you, because they don't hold back on opinions, which is nice. So you get both sides, and people have to bring facts to usually back up what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not telling you stuff. They're just giving you information of, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. And they're not telling you like why or this. You're taking from it. And you're critically thinking on your own what is going on.
Yeah.
I love TED Talks. They're so awesome.
Yeah, I think they're fun. I don't know. Yeah, I look up a lot of science videos, which sounds nerdy, but.
Do you like science? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you like chemistry? Physics?
Chemistry? Chemistry a little. Bio mostly.
The human anatomy?
Yeah. I like bio. I like math. I do math when I get bored.
You know, the other day, I literally watched 2.5 hours of calc and did it.
Why?
I was bored. I was literally bored. I'd show it to you. Like watch time full, capped out.
Really?
Just calc. I just sat here and just did calc. I don't know what is wrong with me.
I just, in work, when I'm bored and we have like 0 customers, I'll just do math. I'm like, yeah, I'm signing papers. No, I'm doing math.
Are you wait for real?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's fun.
Does anyone ever ask you like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then I say I'm signing papers. They're like, okay. I'm just doing math.
I'm just secretly becoming a genius overnight. Y'all don't know what you're missing.
I got to keep my mind sharp because I'm not in university.
So that's what you do?
So I do math and I watch videos about neurons.
Neurons.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah. What are neurons again? That's in your brain.
Your brain cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube can give you so much information.
Exactly.
So much. It's so awesome. I love it.
Crazy.
It's like 10 times better than going to school and sitting in a classroom.
Exactly. Honestly, like even at school, I would sit there and learn stuff, but then I just look it up on YouTube later so I could understand.
Right? Some teachers don't know how to teach.
Right.
They don't. I don't know if it's just because it's the Alberta curriculum, but like some of these teachers, they need help.
Yeah.
They need help.
My brother and I were just talking about how like a lot of our teachers growing up would just constantly talk about how badly they wanted to retire. And like you could just tell they did not want to be there at all.
That is rough.
It's like, why are you even a teacher?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
You don't belong in that school.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Teachers should want to help you succeed.
They should.
Not shut you down.
Right? It shouldn't be like, hey, I have a passion for singing. They're like, you're not going to make me sing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Do your math.
Yeah. But I've only met so many people who say they have really good teachers.
I've had a couple.
Good teachers?
Yeah.
Good one. What's the best teacher you've had?
That is a great question. I think a lot of the teachers I've had who are like brand new, they just have extra energy and they have an extra will to like help you.
They have an extra will to live.
Yeah, that too. But you could just tell that they actually want to help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'll go out of their way to like help you succeed. And I really appreciate that. The best teacher I've ever had. Wow.
Is it really that hard? Is there like
I've had a
scope?
Few good ones.
Scope one?
Yeah. I've had a lot of really bad teachers and then a lot of really good teachers. There was this one who just had a lot of energy, I think, as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And so her class was like always engaging, you know, like you never got bored, which was really helpful. Yeah. And she was nice too, but that was the main thing is that you never got bored.
They want a robot.
Yeah, exactly. And she was a math teacher. So that's usually something that's like boring.
Dang.
Right? But yeah, she kept it fun.
I hate teachers who just yell at students.
Yeah. It's just like, it just looks immature to me. Like I just lose respect. I'm like, you're 40 and you can't keep control of your class without yelling. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Get it together.
The one thing have you ever seen those videos of like teachers raging? Like on YouTube, where it's just like a bunch of teachers raging and they're just yelling at students. There was this one with his teacher's like, how do you not understand math? Yelling at this kid. Like, you can't do like this. And then after yelling at him for maybe a solid 30 seconds, maybe like a minute, she was like, okay, pull out your homework now. It's like, what if this kid didn't have his homework?
Yeah, jeez. Gets whooped.
Yeah.
Instant death.
Yeah, it was on Instagram. It was actually like, I get so irritated when I see that teachers getting mad at students.
That's just when they say stuff like that. Why don't you know this? It's like, you're my teacher. You tell me.
Yeah, then you tell them that, and then you're just like, excuse me, go to the principal office.
Yeah.
I despise teachers so much who do that.
That's the worst question they can ask. Why don't you know this?
Yeah.
You should know this. I'm like, well, I don't. So teach it to me. That's your job.
Yeah. It doesn't help when you have other teachers who say there's no wrong question.
No, yeah. No right answer. And then you give them an answer and they're like, well, I don't know about that one. Like,
I had that so many times with English.
English is hard.
Yeah. And I speak it.
It's just hard because they do teach it like that, where they say that there's no wrong answer, but then you have to take a test that's like reading comprehension, and all of a sudden there's 3 right answers, but one of them is the most correct.
Right?
It's like, what is this? This is a joke.
How is that even possible? Doesn't make any sense. The one thing it's like, when they say, oh yeah, just critically write about a book. It's like, okay. And then they're just like, no, you did it wrong.
Your opinion is wrong. Like,
yeah.
Thanks. Oh, I hate those classes because you can't guarantee yourself a good grade,
Nope.
It's like math and science in general. The harder you study, the better you'll do. Yeah. But with English and like social studies, you don't know what questions you're going to get.
You don't know.
And so like you have no way to guarantee a good grade.
And English gives you the weirdest questions.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen that one doctor question where I saw it on TikTok? It was so funny. This doctor's like, I have 4 questions to pick from. My patient just died. Do I say, excuse me, sir, your mother's passed away? Do I say, excuse me, your mother died? Do I say, your mother has passed away? Or do I just give him the pamphlet? Like all the exact same questions, exact same answers, but like
your
one is
correct.
Died. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what they teach.
Word.
It's kind of depressing, but they're like, yeah, you can't say passed away because sometimes they don't understand. And then it becomes this awkward thing where you have to explain it.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually
a thing in hospitals. Like you have to, because if you say anything, like if you're like, oh, they're no longer with us, or like something like that, especially if there's little kids listening, they're going to be like, what do you mean? Like, he passed away where? Like, where did he go? And it's like, no. Like,
he's dead.
He's not here anymore. Well, where did he go? Like, it just becomes this, So you just got to be straightforward and just say they died.
But those are the kind of questions you get in English.
I never got that question.
Not like that, like, like that.
I see what you mean. Yeah. They're all the same.
They're all the same question with the same answer. But somehow, just by flipping 2 words, that's the right one. And you're like, whoa.
Yep.
They sound the same to me.
The power of words.
Yeah. I had a decent English teacher who like knew what she was doing, but she didn't know how to teach.
I feel that, yeah.
Like she'd give you pamphlets, be like, read this, it'll make you 10 times smarter. But she wouldn't teach the pamphlet. How? What? Excuse me?
Yeah. Like some teachers... In general, I find the teachers that are not nice are usually good at teaching. The teachers that are nice are not.
Oh, really?
And it's just inconvenient. Yeah. Like a teacher will be like super mean to you, but she'll be good at teaching. So you'll be doing well in the class, but you'll just hate it because you get yelled at all the time. But then your super nice teacher, she's the one who's going to go up and be like, so I've decided to use newly developed learning strategies and it's going to be great. And,
yeah.
But then they don't work.
No.
It's just a mess.
No, none of those strategies ever work.
No, they don't. I went to a school that was like completely based around those strategies. Like it was I can't say this word. Inquiry. Is that right? In cool.
What?
I can't even say it. See, this is
what
the level of education they gave me.
Oh no.
Okay. It's just not traditional learning, basically. It's based on like just what you want to learn is what you'll learn. And it's like a very it's almost like the curriculum is designed differently for each student.
Is it a charter school?
No. But like, just think about how in traditional school you sit down and you do a bunch of math questions over and over again. You'll do like multiplication tables, and that's how you learn how to do multiplication.
Yeah.
It's like at this other school, it would be different. It was like we almost had to learn how it worked more. So instead of just memorizing like how to do multiplication, we'd use like different tools. Like we had all these different like blocks.
That's cool.
And like,
it's a fine art school?
No. It was just, I don't even know how to.
Seems like a lot of hands-on stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of like projects. That's a good one. Instead of tests, we always had projects.
I love projects.
Like creative projects.
Yeah.
And like we were always just doing creative stuff and doing reflections and like
reminiscing on the last failure.
Yeah, basically. So what did you do wrong? No, it's not even that. It's what can we improve on? What can we do better in the future?
I feel so degraded. If that happened to me, I'd be like, I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah.
I'm like 8. Tell me.
Yeah, no, it was not. It made you feel like good. Like no one felt smart in that school, I don't think. But no one felt dumb. Like everyone was kind of just equal.
It's actually kind of nice.
Which is good and bad, because at the same time, the standard of education, like,
isn't that high?
Once I moved to another school, because then I went to a French school, which was very like traditional learning based.
Yeah, French schools are scary.
And I just realized like I learned so much more there because we were doing traditional learning.
Wait, so you prefer traditional learning over? Which one would you prefer?
There's pros and cons. It kind of depends on who you are as a person, but also like what you want to do in the future.
Right.
Because like I said, the first school I went to, it was so creative. So if you're a super creative person and you want to go into something that is very like something new, like something in business, maybe something that's not already set in stone what you need to do, you know?
What do you mean?
Like like, oh man, I don't even, just something creative.
Like anything from like acting kind of thing? Are you talking about like business or just
acting, like anything that doesn't just have a bunch of facts you need to memorize. Something that you actually need to use your like imagination and your creativity to like come up with things.
Acting is a good one.
Yeah, instead of taking facts that you already know and then implementing them.
Yeah,
like those kind of jobs I'm saying are better with the traditional learning, I think.
Right.
And also university is like pretty much all universities are going to be traditional, right? And so if you're looking to go into like a super tough program, you pretty much have to go to the traditional schools or else you're going to like die.
Yeah, I don't know if that's made for you.
Yeah. So yeah, it depends on who you are, how you learn, and what you want to do.
Do you think online school is harder than regular class school?
Me personally?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I learn by listening. Like someone needs to be talking to me and they need to be in person with me. Like, you know how some people are visual learners?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what the word is. Auditory,
yeah.
Yeah. But it also helps, like, if I'm just listening to a recording, it's not as good as like seeing the teacher
in person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you ever study?
No.
Just listen?
Barely. Yeah, I just, people I knew, they would take so many notes. They just write everything down, but I could tell they weren't listening to the teacher. Like they were just writing down the notes, right?
Yeah.
And then they'd go look back on them after and they'd just memorize the facts that they had written down. But I'm like, do you even understand the concept? Because that's the most important part. Like if you know all these facts, but you don't understand how they work, you're going to get the test. You're going to fail the test. So I would just focus more on like, it's almost like work smarter, not harder, you know?
Yeah.
Like instead of like writing down every single thing the teacher said, I would just listen and really understand the concept. And then maybe if there were like a few terms I needed to memorize, I would do like a quick little like flashcard.
Right,
But overall, It was more just as long as I understood the concepts, then the tests weren't that hard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way with that. You just listen and then that's it.
You just listen very carefully.
I didn't really understood. It's probably girls who I'd see pull out their notepad, but there's 6 pens.
Oh my God, the colors, the highlighters. I'm like, this is a waste of your time.
I was like, those are really cool notes, but like you're spending
they look pretty,
so much
but yeah,
time.
You're spending 2 hours writing the notes. And when you're writing something down, you're not really thinking about it, you know? Like you need to like actively, like if you're doing that, you need to like read it out loud or like something like that. That'll really get it stuck in your brain. There's a rule that's like, if you read something, I don't know, it was like 10 times. It's probably not 10, but it's a certain number of times you need to read something, a certain number of times you need to say it out loud, and a certain number of times you need to write it down for it to be fully memorized. And that way it's like stuck in your head.
I've never heard that rule before.
Yeah. So if there's something you really need to memorize, try that.
Try that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really get why people did that. I was like, they're cool, but like, why? Because I've written notes. I think I had like stacks of notebooks, just writing down stuff, thinking this would help. And I'm like, I'm never going to look back at them. And even when I thought about it, I'm like, dude, that's such a waste of time.
And even when you look back, like if you didn't get what you wrote down the first time,
you're not going to get
it again. You need to look at it differently or like figure out a different way to do it. You know, the best. Okay. Like what I would do is, I would just listen really closely in class. And if I didn't get it, I would ask or I would do practice questions until I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say practice questions and just listening. And then if there's something that you really need to memorize specifically, like a bunch of facts, Quizlet.
Quizlet.
It's the best.
Kahoot.
Kahoot. Oh my God. It's so much faster than just writing it over and over again.
Yeah.
I just do Quizlet, do it for like an hour, and then it's in your brain.
Quizlet is very fun, but it's kind of hard to find like good stuff online sometimes. Like Quizlet
make your own. Like I would put my own notes into a Quizlet and I'd make my own set.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
And then I'd sell it to my classmates. Money.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
So you have like the entrepreneurial spirit.
You know what? I was selling things in school since I was a little kid. I would get in trouble all the time because I would sell them out of like my locker and they're like, no, you can't do this. You can't sell things to other students. Like I'd be selling like gum.
Yeah.
And like chips.
I don't know why I get so mad. I did the same thing and teachers were like, you can't do this. I'm like,
it should be encouraging that.
Yeah.
That's
we got a little business, right? Like we got a pre-made millionaire out here.
Yeah. It's the same teacher that's like, man, I hate my job. I wish I could retire. I wish I had a way to make money on the side. And they're like, hey, stop.
I don't like what you're doing.
Stop being business minded. You need to calm down. Yeah.
I despise those teachers. Wow, this podcast is all about teachers.
Yeah. Just bashing the education system.
It's so bad though.
It's
not as bad. It's they got the wrong people because you get all these people. I'm always fascinated because I'm in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I get all these kids like, dude, I want to become a teacher because teachers just suck, and like I know I can teach better. And I'm like, did these teachers currently teaching us say the same thing? You know what I mean?
That's kind of funny, yeah.
I'm like, am I just reenacting like what they said 20 years ago?
Yeah. Just some teachers, you're just like, why did you become a teacher? Like you genuinely can't tell, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like people who want to become teachers are like, wow, I either love this subject and I want to teach it to other people, or I just love people and I want to like help them, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't get that vibe from a lot of teachers. It's just like they're there because they have to be. Like, why did you even choose this as your career path?
I know. But I mean, that's the downfall of just like coming out of school too early and picking something too soon.
Basically.
And then you're in school for like 4 years and then you're just like on the last year, you're like, dang, I hate this.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck, or you stay in school for another 4 years to do something else.
Also, apparently, I don't know if I'm going to get this 100% right, but it was something like you're obviously, if you do education and then you do like a science degree or something like that, you're more likely to become like a chemistry teacher. But anyone could teach chemistry that has an education degree. Like within the school, for example, we had this one guy, he was teaching sports medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And then randomly he just became a chemistry teacher. And I was like, what? How does that work? Like, don't you have to have like a chemistry major or something. Like,
oh, so like anyone can teach chemistry?
Anyone can teach chemistry because you just read the curriculum and then they teach it to you. Like, they don't even have to know how to do chemistry.
That's horrible.
Isn't that messed up?
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, like, because it was Valentina, Valentina, that I was asking because her mom's like a teacher and whatever. And she was saying, like, yeah, obviously, if you know about science, you're more likely to get a job as a science teacher. But technically, like, anyone can teach it.
Like anyone with a degree?
With an education. Like, any teacher can teach any subject.
Could you imagine an English teacher teaching physics?
Then I'm just thinking about, did you ever learn French in school?
I did in like early ages, but...
Yeah. See, I did too. Before I went to a French school, I learned French just like as a class in like 5th, 6th grade maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But our teacher was not French at all.
Does she know how to speak it?
No. Not at all. But she taught us French. I was like, what the heck?
That's like, it's like, we need these options filled. Who's available?
Yeah, literally. But she didn't know. She was just reading it. She's like, bonjour, je m'appelle, madame. We were like, who is this?
Don't you speak French? Yeah, he'd be so disappointed.
Cameraman speaks French.
If you pull up to a class like that, he'd be like, what?
Yeah, there'd be some kids there who were just like, they spoke French because, I don't know, their parents did or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd just be laughing the whole class.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know what is going on, but...
Just memeing those teachers. How do you grade? Like, I don't get that. How do you grade something if you don't even know how to teach it?
I don't know. It's all curriculum.
That doesn't make... that makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
But, I mean, chemistry is not that hard. From my perspective.
It's not. It's just that I feel like a teacher in a subject should really love that subject. Yeah. And you can definitely tell the difference when they don't.
You can.
Like, my bio teacher last year, she taught bio and then she taught science 30. And I had friends in both classes. And they were just saying the difference between when she was teaching bio versus like physics was huge. Like, you could just tell she loved physics and she like did not care about bio. And they did better in the
physics.
Like, yeah, because she was so much more into it.
Yeah. You need a passionate physics teacher. I kid you not.
Yeah.
But if you don't have one, you're screwed. You're done. Dunzo.
Yeah.
Bio is just.
And also, if you have the students that want to go like above and beyond and ask you questions, and then you can't answer them, it's like, okay, well,
yeah,
that's lame.
You need that for physics because physics is so like mind-boggling. It's like critical thinking to like a new level.
I didn't even take physics.
Did you? Doesn't everyone take it in like grade 10 though?
Well, yeah, but then it's just like science 10.
Oh,
so
right.
I took a little bit,
right,
but I didn't take physics alone ever.
Should have. It's really fun.
Yeah, I might have if I had more time, but my schedule was like completely full, and I went to Spain. So.
Right. Did we talk about that last podcast?
I don't know.
I can't remember. How was the trip?
How was the trip? It was great. I don't know if we talked about this. I went to Spain for 10 weeks.
I don't remember.
Lived there. Okay.
How was it? How was the trip?
How was the trip? It was amazing. Weeks. It was so fun.
This crazy.
It was really
Oh no, you did talk about it.
I did.
I think you did. Oh, the exchange thing?
I don't think I went into depth. I think I just kind of said what happened. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she just explained the exchange. And then 10 weeks. So how was it? Did you party? Party hard?
Oh, we partied like crazy. It was great. It's a very different culture there. It's it's so much less based around work and making money. Like, you can just tell. I feel like here everyone is just chasing money constantly. And there, it's so different. It's like people care more about each other and like their time and the time they spend with each other.
Family.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more family oriented. People are just a lot closer than they are here. And even like my exchange partner, she came over here and she just said like, it's great and it's cool and everyone's super like
closed off.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I was getting to, is that everyone like, she was saying everyone's so isolated and it's just like depressing almost, because it feels like there's all these people around you, but you're like completely alone at the same time. Even just because it's so cold, honestly, in the winter, she was like, no one can go out anymore. And it's just like, we're all alone in our houses.
That's actually like, no cap, like not even kidding. Winter does something to you when you're young and you become cognitive and you're like, dude, I want to hang out with my friends all the time. And then winter strikes and nobody wants to do anything.
It's depressing.
It is. You're just like, dang.
Even just winter in general. So many people get affected by the weather. Bad for your mental health.
Yeah. Especially if you just sleep all day.
Yep.
All
Which
day long.
Which you can because it's just dark all day.
Yeah. And you won't even know. You just wake up and go right back to bed.
Honestly. Everything changes when the sun sets at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, no. I forgot that was coming.
It's coming soon. That's like 4 days.
I hate it because it hits you so fast.
It's already like dark here at like, what, 6:30 maybe?
No. It's not that bad yet. I would have noticed. Actually, is it dark outside?
It's definitely dark outside now, but like, I swear the sun sets maybe 7:30 right now.
Oh, yeah. I think you just get used to it. Like, because
even that is too early for me. I'm like, ooh.
I got used to the darkness at this point because you just anticipate it. Plus, I always do stuff at night, which is awesome because my nights just feel so long. And I'm like, this is so much fun.
No, it's the opposite for me.
You hate it?
I hate it because since the sun rises so early, I already feel like I've had a long night by like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then I'm like, oh, I should be in bed or something.
Yeah,
you know,
I used to be the same way.
So that's why I don't like it.
I hate it when like, because over the summer, usually I plan my sleep schedule over like the sun going down at like 11.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is prime time. Go to bed. I get exhausted. And then as time, consists, the sun starts to go down earlier. My bedtime starts going down and down and down. But then life kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
And I start getting tired so early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
No, it definitely messes up your sleep schedule. I can't go to bed at
6 o'clock.
Yeah, that's why daylight savings just... Like humans naturally are meant to like go to bed with the sun.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We're not trying to go to bed at 4:30. So I don't know.
I feel like if we ran our life exactly by the sun, oh, that'd be so nice.
It would be so simple.
Yeah, it'd be so different. Yeah. Like if we had all the times that can coexisted with the sun so that it'd always be flipping hour by hour. So the sun's always going down around the same time. Hour based.
When does the sun rise? During the winter?
I'm pretty sure it rises like 6. Let's see. I think it's 6, maybe 7. Do I have it on here? No, I don't. I'm guessing it's 6. It's on your iPhones. It's crazy. You can literally just look on your iPhone, click on weather, and it'll show you exactly when the sun rises and exactly when the sun sets. It's not on my watch, which sucks.
I feel like it's 4:30 or 5 in the summer. So then...
Is it 7 o'clock? 4:30 or 5 in the summer?
Because my one video, the sneaking out video, it started rising at like...
Oh, yeah. It starts early. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6. Yeah, it's great. Because you wake up early and you just feel like it's 12 and you're just like, oh, it's so nice.
Exactly.
Yo, camera guy just looked. Yo, I swear.
He's never experienced
Kaitlin and I can like relate so well to like waking up early. Because like my wake up is like 9 o'clock. Early. Not, like 10 o'clock is late.
10 o'clock to wake up.
Late,
and I don't like waking up late. Like it makes me feel unmotivated for the entire day. And I feel more tired if I wake up late.
You just like dragging yourself around.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
my day feels short.
It is very short.
I don't like it.
And you don't get anything done. Because then once you start doing stuff, it's like, once you get into that momentum, it's already like 3 or 4 o'clock. And you're like, dude.
Exactly. See, if you wake up at like 5:30, you get like 10 things done before 12. That's like the best feeling. You're like, oh, it's only 12.
You have so much free time.
And then you just have all this time to do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's the best feeling because then you can really like think.
Yeah.
Or just, do other things slowly. You take your time with them.
Or even in the morning if you're like getting ready to go somewhere. Like I like to wake up way before I have to because I like to take my time in the morning. Just like make breakfast. Yeah. Eat breakfast.
You make breakfast? You eat breakfast?
I love breakfast.
That's interesting.
It's my favorite meal of the day.
That's usually my only meal.
Really?
Yeah. I don't eat at all. It's bad. All my friends get mad.
Get mad at you for not eating? Why?
I don't know. I'm never really like hungry. I don't need food, which is weird. But usually I wake up, have a nice breakfast. Like I've only eaten one thing today, and then it's not that weird. I think.
I used to be like that.
But I don't see a point in eating if I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like if you are super busy or you like work out or something, do you get like significantly hungrier? Yeah. Because like some days if I'm doing literally nothing or I'm just sitting there on my computer or something like that, I don't need to eat at all.
Because there's no point. I'm like, why would I want food just sitting in my belly. Like I'm just like if I'm not being active,
you don't need the energy really.
Yeah, it's not even just that. I just don't need to like become unhealthy.
Yeah,
like, there's no point in me just eating just to eat. That's just stupid.
True.
A waste of money too.
Very true.
Gotta save that money.
Yeah, groceries super expensive.
They get so expensive,
especially for me because I have to buy special stuff because I can't eat normal food.
How's that? I have a friend of mine who's kind of like that. She like she went to this whole talk thing where they literally said you can't eat this and you can only eat this, and they gave her a giant pamphlet of things to avoid and things not to eat. And she was like, it was so nerve-wracking because they just give you this pamphlet and they just stick all this fear into you, and you become so scared and you're like, I can't eat this, can't do this. And she's like, I'm never doing that again.
Yikes.
But yeah, get into your diet.
I accidentally ate gluten the other day. It was horrible.
What does gluten do to you? What is gluten? Allergy. It's allergy, right?
It's a disease, technically.
Oh.
It's called celiac. It's an autoimmune disorder. And it's basically how do I explain this? Well, it's autoimmune, so it's like your immune system attacks you if you eat gluten for no reason. Like, I don't know why. But for me, so the main symptoms are just like normal allergies. Like you get sick, you get nauseous, you have a headache, stomach ache, joint pain, stuff like that. But then it's weird. There's actually like weird symptoms that some people don't talk about that it really like affects your mental health. And like for a long time, I was like, nah, that can't be true. But then my little brother, when he was like 10, because he also has celiac, and he was diagnosed like as a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was like 10, he was like, Mom, I want to try going off gluten on gluten. Like he want to start eating again to see if I'm like better,
Yeah.
Because he missed it. Basically. He just wanted to eat cake.
Some cake.
So he started eating gluten again. And all of a sudden, at age 10, he just started talking about like, he's like, oh, I have no friends. Like I should just like jump off a bridge. Like
got depressed?
Yeah, like really depressed at age 10.
Wow.
And he's usually like this happy kid, right? He never like complains about anything or is sad really. He was just a super happy, energetic kid. And all of a sudden he was just depressed all the time. And we were like, that's weird. So we took him back off gluten and he was fine.
That is interesting.
He's been fine ever since.
I didn't realize mental health issues could be affected.
It's really weird how it affects that, yeah.
But I could kind of see that. You really don't know what could affect a person.
Yeah. It's just...
We're so complicated human beings.
Yeah, it's weird. But it happened to me too. I mean, I had like... Too? Oh, yeah. But the thing is, like, I didn't realize because I didn't know I couldn't eat gluten.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had all these symptoms for like years and I never realized that there were symptoms.
When did you find out? Like
I had headaches like every single day. And I just thought it was normal because I had them since I was a little kid.
That's definitely not
right. But then I stopped eating gluten and I was like, wow, I feel so much better. Or like, yeah, I'd have panic attacks every single night.
How does that feel?
Horrible.
I've never experienced
and like
panic
for
attack.
Nothing, like I wouldn't be able to put a reason to it.
Do you just like shut down?
No, it's like, it's so hard to explain. It's like you can't think straight and then you just start hyperventilating and like, I don't know. You just can't do anything. You're just in a state of panic. Like,
does it last long or is it like just a brief moment?
It's like a brief moment of the peak, but then you have to like recover for a long time.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like I'd always like end up on the floor because I would try to get up and then I'd just fall.
So you kind of like shut down?
Yeah, like your body doesn't really work either. Kind of just, you can't do anything. Like you're just super panicked and for no reason.
And it happens to you all the time?
Yeah, every single night.
Every single night?
Every single night.
How long?
What do you mean? Like
a
how
year
long
or
each
two?
time?
No, like how long was it going on for?
4 or 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever get used to it or did you just expect it?
Oh yeah, eventually. It still was like bad, but I like expected it and it just became normal. Like again, I didn't really realize it was like so
not
unusual
until
it stopped happening. And then I was like, wow, that is weird.
And that was all from gluten?
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
Like half the time there'd be nothing wrong. Like not a single thing in my life was wrong, but I'd just like have all this anxiety for no reason. And I'd be like, what? Why is this happening? And then even after I got off gluten, there was this little phase where I was like, oh, I'm going to be a rebel and like eat gluten again for no reason. So like I went for like a week and just ate a bunch of gluten just because I felt like it.
Yeah.
And I had like the worst panic attack. And I was like on the floor. I couldn't breathe. And I was like, yeah, never again. I'm never eating gluten again. That sucked.
Dang. I wonder what the science is behind that. Cause that's, I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. Like, I don't understand it at all, but I just know that like it happened to me. It happened to my brother. I've heard of it happening to other people too. So
some gluten. I wonder what that does to your brain. Melatonin, serotonin. I don't know.
Because it wouldn't be serotonin because it's like anxiety. So, well, I guess with my brother it would be. I don't know.
I wonder how that happens. Is it because I wonder if it's like gluten? Is that a fungus?
No, it's
Is that yeast? Yeast is kind of like a fungus.
I don't even know.
I don't know. That's I gotta look this up. That's actually I'm really curious about that.
You should figure that out and tell me.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that you could have
mental effects
from gluten. But I know it's a serious thing because all my friends are like, I can't have gluten, and they freak out.
Like, yeah, it's kind of like more serious than other allergies just because it is like the disease or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think that though.
Yeah.
Just by someone saying I can't eat a certain type of food.
Yeah, some people are just allergic to gluten. Like they're just intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like pills you can take to help with that.
Yeah.
But when you have this like disease like celiac, it actually like affects your insides and you can get like all these different problems.
Like you die from it?
Like you could get stomach cancer really easily,
wow.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like in extreme cases, what happens to a lot of little kids when they can't eat gluten is that they just don't absorb any of the nutrients from their food. So they'll be like super skinny and just like malnourished basically. No matter how much they eat.
If they're consuming gluten at the same time.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So it's actually, it's more dangerous than like normal allergies.
What is inside of gluten?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm like,
yeah, they gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
So many people have like celiac. I'm like, come on.
Do they not have pills for that?
No, they only have pills for the intolerances.
Huh. I had a friend of mine. She was lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd just eat ice cream like, all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh no, I love it so much.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is like.
And she would still take the pills. They wouldn't help.
Yeah, see, that's me too. Like those pills, they help a little, but like barely. But if I was going to eat one of the two, like, you know, sometimes it might be worth it to have a stomach ache for a bit just so I could have ice cream because it's ice cream.
Right.
And it's just a stomach ache.
Right.
You know, that's going to go away. But with gluten, it's like.
You're going to get a panic attack.
Yeah.
Affected for like a week. Like. I don't know if it's worth it.
Stomach cancer, die. I think I'm good.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's kind of similar to peanut allergies.
Peanut allergies are risky. I had a friend who was like severely allergic to peanuts, but he would just like eat them and then be like, stab me now. And give us the EpiPen. Get us to stab him and then take him to the hospital. And I'm like, there's no way that was worth it. And he's like, yeah, it was.
That dude's living on the edge.
As he can't breathe, he's like, no, it's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he did not care about his life.
No, that's a different. Clearly, that's a different level.
We weren't even close to a hospital either. We were camping.
Camping?
He was like, just drive me to the nearest hospital.
That's just irresponsible.
I know.
Did you hit him with the EpiPen? Did it go down? Or
what?
Did you have an EpiPen with him?
Oh yeah.
You guys hit him?
Yeah, like he gave it to us before he ate. And then he was like, just stab me when I start swelling up. We were like,
are you supposed to do it beforehand?
No.
So like it reduces the symptoms?
Well, maybe like that might have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Usually you can't do it beforehand because you don't realize you're having a reaction until you have it, you know?
But he like was anticipating it. Just
would that even help?
I think so. I think it'd combat. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not a doctor.
If there's already epinephrine in your system and then you eat peanuts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's already in your system and then you...
That's like, because what that does
actually
is it's the same thing as like if you were to run into a bear. So it's like if you were already panicked before you ran into the bear, would that change anything? Or would it be better to just see the bear, then get panicked, then run away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's actually an interesting way to put it because I don't have an answer for that. Which is funny because I listen to this podcast and I'll have an answer for it.
I don't either.
But if you're panicked and you're still panicked and a bear comes up to you, you're going to stay panicked and look at the bear and be panicked as the bear kills you.
Maybe it's a quicker reaction time than if it happens and then you have to take a second to be like, oh my gosh, a bear. And then all the chemicals have to take a second to go to your brain. And then you have to run away.
And that's like the EpiPen? Yeah.
So maybe the EpiPen would work faster if you took it before.
I like that analogy.
I think that's our conclusion.
we use the bear analogy. That's crazy. That guy is different. That is.
Yeah.
When I was in junior high? I can't remember. I think it was junior high. There's this girl who was allergic to peanuts. And I guess she was being bullied. This was in my class. I didn't hear about this until I think it was like a week after. But there was this kid. So they're playing on the playground. I can't remember what happened, but he like walked up to her. You know, those bars you can get. Like, what are they called? Like chocolate bars, but not chocolate bars. But your parents give them to you when you're like in junior high, like healthy.
Oh yeah,
like almonds and stuff
like
in them.
Granola bars. With peanuts in them.
Yeah. I can't remember what they're called, but I think they're called granola bars.
I know what you're talking about though. Not bars. They're just
So she was playing on this swing, or she was doing something, and he wanted something from her, or he just wanted something, but she wasn't giving it to him, and then he pulled out the granola bar.
That's messed up.
And pointed it at her.
What the heck?
And he's like, "If you don't do this, I'm gonna touch you with this."
Oh my goodness.
And then she like freaked out or something, and I think it was like maybe it was just like she was sitting somewhere and he wanted to sit there. Or like she was on the swing. It was this was like junior high. I think they're in elementary or something. These are like grade 5 and 6. So what are you, like 8 or 9?
In grade 5 and 6, 10.
Yeah. So I don't even blame the kid's like a child, but
it's messed up.
Yeah. So he pointed at her and then she freaked out and her parents pulled her out of the school.
Jeez.
Literally like the day after, pulled her out and was like, she's never coming back to the school. Kudos to the parents though.
Yeah.
Good move.
That's good. But it didn't really have to do with school. It's just that one kid.
Yeah. And I thought to myself, I'm like, dang, that's just evil.
That's messed up.
Yeah, she could have died.
Yeah. People are at a huge disadvantage there.
I feel horrible for those people because they can't even go to like fast food restaurants.
Yeah. People who are allergic to like MSG. Right? That's in everything.
Yeah.
Like any like processed food.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them because they can't. Like I remember this one little girl, she was walking in Costco and I was just confused about the way she was walking because she was trying like, so if she was standing at the entrance and she was trying to get to the section, the next section, instead of just walking in a straight line, she'd go in like a huge circle. And I saw her do this like 4 times. So eventually I just asked her like, what are you doing? Because it was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I can't walk past this entire one aisle because I will smell the like, I'm pretty sure it's called MSG. The stuff that's like in like Rice Krispies and like processed cereals.
And chips and stuff.
And chips and like all
noodles,
that.
Yeah.
If she even goes near it, she'll like go into anaphylactic shock. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's like with people with peanut allergies. If they just touch a surface that a peanut was on, they go into shock.
Yeah.
It's just nuts to me.
So messed up.
I couldn't. I'm blessed. That's all I gotta say.
That only happens to me with like cats.
You're allergic to cats?
I am allergic to cats. And the other day I was at my friend's house and he had a cat. And so I told him put it in the basement because otherwise I'll die. He was like, okay. So we put it in the basement. Then we went upstairs and we were watching a movie. And he pulled out this blanket. Didn't really think about how it was like the blanket that the cat sleeps on. Mm-hmm. And he was like, here.
Oh no.
And so I was basically like laying on this blanket. Sneezing. Like my face was like in the blanket for like hours. And we were just watching the movie. So I didn't really realize what was going on, but I kept making weird comments. Like I was like, why do my lips feel so like big right now? And he was like, I don't know, just watch the movie. And I was like, okay. So we're just watching this movie. I'm like, my face feels fat. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're fine. I'm like, it's kind of hard to see because my eyes are like so shut. And then eventually I was like, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I just look like the Elephant Man. Like it was horrible. And then I was like, yeah, we gotta go home.
Oh no.
Before my throat like swells up.
Do you have a pen for that? Or is that just you gotta wait for it to go down?
That's just like I take Benadryl.
Oh.
Hope for the best.
That's rough.
I mean, it's never been that bad before, but I also never stuck my face in a cat blanket before.
Yeah. Fun fact, I'm allergic to cow hair.
Cows?
Yeah.
I love cows.
Don't know how I found that one out.
They're like my second favorite animal.
Really? What's your first?
Tiger.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Like jaguars.
I want a tiger tattoo.
Like a big one? Or just a little tiger?
I don't know. I can't decide. What do you think?
Like a cute emoji? Put it on the hand?
No, like a tribal design of a tiger, you know?
Get the giant one on your back.
Like, do you see like the Chinese zodiacs? The like
the ones that are like
very simple drawings.
Like clawing?
The animals.
You talking about just the face or are you talking about the whole body?
Either. I think I would want the face on like my finger. I think that would be really cool. Like a tiger face right there.
Mm-hmm.
Would look so cool. Or like a full tiger. Maybe.
Just get the giant face on your back.
On my back?
Yeah, just flex it. You go for like swimming and just be like.
Maybe. We'll see. I think they're so cool though.
They're pretty cool.
The best compliment I ever got was someone told me I looked like Tigress from Kung Fu Panda. They're like, you remind me of her. The best
compliment you got was from an animation character.
Yeah, because she's so cool. And she's a tiger.
That is so funny.
I was flattered. I was like, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Do you like Kung Fu Panda?
Do I like?
Yeah. Did you like it?
The movie?
The movie.
It was okay, yeah.
What do you think about the recent one when he meets his family? Better or worse?
I'm trying to remember.
Like when he meets his dad and then they teach him Kung Fu.
That wasn't that recent, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the most recent one. Have you seen Kung Fu Panda? No, he hasn't. The old.
I don't know. I think I watched it, but I don't remember.
Never mind. It's irrelevant. The movie's gone. Shrek 6 is probably going to come out.
Shrek 6.
I swear Shrek is never ending.
Shrek is love.
Do you like Shrek? Somebody.
I feel like everyone likes Shrek, but no one loves Shrek.
I know, it's weird. I've never been a fan of Shrek. I don't get the hype.
It's kind of, I don't mind it. Like I'll watch Shrek. It's funny, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I love this movie.
Yeah, actually I hate it. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
No, I do, but I have a reason.
Why?
Because when I was in elementary, that was the only movie they always played. And you know, when you're constantly walking up and down the hallways and you see Shrek playing in every classroom.
Yeah. Why is it always Shrek?
I know.
Shrek has so many like adult jokes.
Yeah, I know.
Like why is this such a popular movie for little kids?
We got better movies out there like Frozen, maybe.
No, we didn't have
Toy Story. Nah. What did we have? So there's like Shrek. I guess it was kind of Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah. That was a good one.
Lorax wasn't really that big though. Nah, that was too late.
There are a bunch that came out when we were kind of like
in high school.
Middle school-ish. Despicable Me.
That was good. I love that show. Despicable Me, Lorax. I like Pixar.
Do you like Cars?
No.
Really? I did.
It was okay, but like how do they get born, you know? Like how do you guys get made in a factory?
Yeah.
Because you see like little cars with their parents and like it's the exact same cars. Like, is this car gonna get bigger? Right? Is it gonna grow up or is it always gonna be tiny?
I can tell you.
Are you like, do little fire trucks, do you start off as a little fire truck and then become a big fire truck? Or like,
I don't know. That's a good question.
They never really went into it.
Like Robots. Did you ever watch that movie?
Robots?
Yeah. Where the kids grow by being built bigger.
Yeah, but at least they actually explained it.
But it's like
your new package arrived in the mail today. Time to add your legs.
Your new body.
Yeah.
It's time to grow up.
But like that's the good thing about it is they actually showed you how they grew. Cars didn't be like new parts, add the engine.
Bigger tires. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed like it'd be a pretty interesting concept to have Pixar explain that. Is that Disney? Is Cars Disney?
I don't even know.
I don't know. Don't hate me, please. Pixar's only done like one movie, which is like which is what's it called? John Carter. Do you ever watch that?
No.
Yeah, it's the only movie they made with a human. I think. I'm a big Pixar fan. Psych. I'm probably wrong.
Awesome. Pixar's cool. One time I set up this thing for my YouTube channel for a YouTube video where I put the letters and then I put the lamp and I was the eye. So I just like took it and I was like poof, poof, on my head until I went down. And then it was like
for YouTube?
Yeah.
You posted it?
That was a great explanation. No.
Oh, that sounds like a TikTok.
So embarrassing.
100% TikTok.
I was bored. I was at my aunt and uncle's retirement home in Comox.
Comox? I don't know what that is.
Comox. It's on Vancouver Island.
Sounds like a Vancouver place. Not gonna lie.
It's really pretty. But I was bored. So I decided to do that in the bathroom. Because they had one of those bathrooms that's like the size of my bedroom.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So
lucky.
I was like, yeah, my low-key, like my relatives are rich. Crazy rich Asians, you know?
That was a good movie.
Happy.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I love that movie.
I love how he was so like nonchalant. He's like, yeah, we're gonna go fly to my family. She's like, okay, why are we in first class? I don't know. That's just how it be.
At least he wasn't like a bratty rich guy. He was actually nice.
I mean, you can only hide it for so long. You really can't just be like, yeah, my parents are paying for my tickets. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why are you in first class? I don't know. You know, the regular ticket's like $600. First class is like $10K. I don't know, man. Like, how do you not know? Someone paid for that.
That was cool.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to wrap it up? Do you want to wrap the podcast?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna end the podcast there. It was pretty fun. Enjoyed it. Check out Kaitlin Fong, YouTube.
Do it.
Instagram actually has been going up.
It has?
Yeah. You got what, 4,000 now?
Yeah.
You went from like 3,700 to like 4,000 overnight.
Oh, that's cool.
Seems like.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I was like posting a lot for a while and then I stopped.
I haven't posted in so long.
Yeah, you haven't.
It's
post the photo of us in that house. In the totally legal house that we went into.
Yeah. Yeah, send me that photo.
Okay.
Actually, we can't. This dude deleted it because I think it was on my camera.
No, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, you got so lucky. All right. We're going to end the podcast there. Check it out. Drop a review, drop a subscribe, drop a comment. Let us know how you think. This is Kaitlin Fong. This is Josiah's Boring Life. And we're going now. Bye.
Bye.